What's up, paisans? This is Bobby with Playing with Pizza. Today I'm going to cook a pizza under the broiler. So I'm using some frozen dough. You can use my New York dough 2.0 method. I had made some dough and froze it and brought it out today because I was just hungry for some pizza. I probably hadn't had it in a week, and that's like forever. So here you go. Press out the dough. The dough was a little bit wet because it was frozen, so I'm using extra dough on it just to give me a nice dry surface. I was going to try the oil method to stretch the dough, but I decided against it because I was going to slide it off the peel, and I use a metal peel, so I didn't want to use it. So here I stretched it on the counter. Now I'm tossing it hand to hand. First time I did that, if you look at the center of the dough, it got really thin. And I don't usually get it this thin, so I was really pleased with that. I'm getting a little bit better. If you see the center of the dough, that little dark spot, that's kind of a little translucent. You can see almost see the counter through it. So I'm just trying to make sure the bottom of that dough is dry because I'm going to put that on my metal pizza peel. Now I'm going to throw some flour and semolina down. And when I put the flour and semolina, it was like sticky. I don't know what the deal was. So I'm going to spread it around, and it's like, okay, it's almost like just rubbing it into the metal. And you see nothing's moving. So, okay, I'm going to put a little bit more flour, a little more semolina flour. Then I'm going to just throw my pizza on there. I'm not doing it Neapolitan style and pulling the pizza on. I'm just going to build it. You see I shook it there a little bit just to make sure that it will slide off. Now I'm using Pizza Autentico sauce. It's a little chunky, and I wished I would have used a little more sauce. Pizza was a little dry, but still had a good flavor. And I'm just spreading that all around. And usually I put a lot of sauce, but I cut back, and I wish I would have put more. And you know me, I use my deli sliced mozzarella cheese that I get from a deli at an Amish bulk food store. And look, I had just enough cheese. I have 5 slices, and I'm just going to cover all the nooks and crannies with that, almost like putting a puzzle together. But there we go. And see, making sure it slides. It's going into the oven was preheated for 45 minutes at 550 degrees. Then I switched to the broiler for the last 15 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to throw that in there. I'm trying to launch it with one hand and film with the other. And I don't know how long I cooked this. This might have been 5 to 6 minutes. I try to get a little bit char on the broiler. But there it is. The cheese, I like a little brown on my cheese. That was probably a little bit too much for me. But look at the bottom. Look at that undercarriage. That was nice. Here we go. Listen to that. So this was done using the broiler method. I preheated the oven to 550, and about 10 minutes before I would bake the pizza, I turned it on the broiler. This is what we got. Pretty good. Frozen dough because I wanted pizza. I didn't feel like making it and waiting a day. But somebody on Pizza Dough Addicts on Facebook suggested I try the broiler method, and I'd recommend you try it too. Not too bad.